Hey everyone, I'm here with my friend and model Aiden. So today we're going to be doing Aiden's hair. And as you can see, his natural base is pretty light. He is about a level 7. And we're going to be taking him all the way up to a level 10 to where his ends are at, this nice, beautiful blonde. There are a few brassy undertones just from water mineral buildup. And from the last time, what did you do to your hair last time, Aiden?
What do you mean? Oh.
When I fixed it?
I had a few friends use a single box of like Target dye, or
Bleach.
Target bleach, yeah.
Ammonia-free bleach store-bought, not a good idea. It turned his hair 50 shades of orange. All right, so.
It looked like a camo of some sort.
It looked like cheetah spots. You had blotches. It was like all over and it was pinky orange. So for today, we're gonna take into account Aiden's base level. He's gonna pull a lot of brassiness. So to counteract brassiness, I'm gonna be mixing 2 colors today. I'm gonna be mixing Redken's Blonde Idol High Lift Cream, blue, and double violet. It looks like white, but it's actually double violet. The double violet is gonna counteract the yellow, while the blue is gonna counteract any orange, and he's gonna be left with a very nice light blonde. And then to get him lighter further, instead of using a toner, I'm gonna be using the Blonde Idol Base Breaker mixed with 20 volume developer. By doing this, we're gonna get him like silvery blonde. We're gonna do it. So I already pre-measured out 4 ounces of 40 volume developer, and I'm gonna mix in the half a tube of double violet and half a tube of blue. Now I know certain salons will tell you can't mix high lift with 40 volume and apply it on the scalp, but that's actually not true at all. It's perfectly safe. I need a color key.
Do you want some help pressing that? Oh, you got all of it.
Smell the high lift color.
Oh.
The base breaker actually, wait, it's...
Oh, it hurt. Oh, is this the stuff that like... Oh!
It's like earthy. I'm used to it.
It smells like a wet dog or something.
It's like ammonia.
Dog soaked in cat urine, maybe.
Dog soaked in cat urine.
Or do you want to turn off the TV over there?
Should be fine.
But you'll be able to hear that in the video.
Let me just mix this.
You want me to go turn it off?
Sure.
All right.
Should be the one right.
Is it under it?
No, right.
Oh, sorry.
That's alright. Alright, and this stuff kind of looks like mayonnaise, but as it oxidizes, it gets kind of like a purpley dark violet.
Why did the sound come back on here? Is this the remote to it? Here, wait, there has to be a mute button, right? Yeah, there.
So, for this formula, it kind of looks like this, and you just got to use a whisk for this. You absolutely cannot use anything else. Don't use a color applicator bottle, because I tried that once and it globbed up so awful, and I wasted all that product. I'm gonna try to get a shot of the mixing bowl. It's kind of just like cooking. You don't want to be too firm, otherwise you're gonna splatter color everywhere. But just whisk it enough to where it's like a thick paste. And this color is also clay-based, so that it makes it a little bit more conditioning. And the timing is different than other colors. You want to get all these lumps out, otherwise you're going to get an uneven application. And you can already see the color starting to turn a little purple.
thought that was just the bowl.
Up, you see the...
Yeah, I do see it.
All right.
Do I get to smell this one too?
Oh, you guessed it. Ooh.
You might want to point that down a little bit.
Would you want to vape this?
It's like smoking a menthol cigarette through your nose.
It is. All right, to start off doing this color, I'm just gonna roughly section Aiden's hair. I'm not gonna be too precise with this, only because he's got a lot of hair and I've been doing this for a while. So to start out, I'm gonna start out in the front because this is where he has a lot more hair. It's shorter in the back, so I'm gonna do that last. Usually it's the opposite. But he's also gonna be getting a haircut soon, so I want the front to really be bright.
Oh, should I turn around so the camera can see it?
I'm just gonna do a screenshot in the back when I get there. Now I'm taking enough color on this brush like this. I don't wanna oversaturate it. And I'm just kind of tapping it on there. I'm not really brushing a lot because I'm gonna brush the color off away from his regrowth, and we don't want that. Also too, when you're applying color like this, you wanna make sure your client hasn't washed their hair in a while. Last time I forgot to tell Aiden that, and what happened?
It felt like a forest fire.
On his head.
Yeah.
And it was funny because originally for most clients it only used like no more than 3 ounces of color for a retouch. But with Aiden's hair, he's got a ton of it to where I almost had to use 2 tubes once. It was pretty impressive and yet scary at the same time. Maybe we should do a video one time where I let Aiden dye my hair.
You sure you want to risk that?
Yeah, why not?
All right, I'll do it.
How long have you been a hairstylist for?
Well, by then it'll probably be a day.
Oh, day. How many hours?
2.
And you're gonna just use the handle of the brush just to gently brush the hair away like so. I've used other high lift colors and I found that Redken's high lifts are really nice. I like the fact that they have a more options with color. They have matted ash, they have double violet, colors that you really don't find in many high lift brands. But I will say that their level of lift is really only good for natural blondes. Like I've used other colors for brunettes with high lift and it worked. It got them to like a natural, believable blonde. But with this one, I find that by doing that, they're gonna pull more warm. I did do my sister's hair with a high lift and it came out blonde to like a level 9, so it wasn't platinum, but it did have a warm undertone even though it was cool. So just be mindful of that when you're formulating what high lift, or this high lift I should say. And the technique is pretty much, get some on the brush, you're gonna brush, or tap I should say, 1, 2, 3. Get it to that deep line of demarcation without overlapping. And then take it and get the hair below it to make it easier to pick up. The worst thing you can do is try to apply this with an applicator bottle because it's so thick and you might not only waste product, but you're gonna get an uneven application.
Are you gonna like speed this part up?
Yep.
In editing? Okay.
Actually, what I'm gonna do, I forgot to mention really quick, you're gonna wanna get gloves for this. These were just the last ones I could find in the store and they were green. I'm really good with this, so I don't really have to worry about getting it in my hands. However, there was one time where I had a friend who had me rush and do his high lift color when I had school, and I just got out of school and I had to go to a 4-H event after. And what ended up happening was when I rushed, and I actually went to the CVS, and I said, what kind of box dye do you guys have that has gloves in it? I had to buy a highlighting kit and the gloves weren't even in there. It had a brush. So I asked them, do you guys sell any gloves here? Of all days for me to do this, it was the day that I actually ran out of dish gloves. And what happened was I got high lift color all over my fingernails and I didn't really care. I just thought I'd wipe it off. The end of that day, it felt like my whole fingers were on fire and my nail bed actually felt soft. It dissolved part of my nail bed. So always be mindful of that, is like, if you're unexperienced, absolutely wear gloves. All right, and I finished applying the color, and this is how it should look like. You don't want to cover this hair with a plastic cap, because the color needs air to oxidize and produce the lightning reaction. I used the brush and I kind of went like that to kind of piece apart the hair, let the air in, and you can actually see on the scalp he does have some lightening going on there. And this color is going to time on there for 45 minutes according to the instructions. If someone had like light hair, like a level 10, you can only do like 10 minutes because anything lighter past level 10 with this color usually picks up the pigment of the hair dye and it can turn it the base of the color, so it can turn it a pastel purple, which in some cases looks wonderful, in other cases does not look very good on your 60-year-old client. And I mean, Aiden's laughing. What I tell Aiden, what I strive to do as a hairstylist, is what I learned in beauty school, and that's we make our clients look like the hooker they used to be. And sometimes making your 65-year-old client look like the hooker she used to be isn't always a good thing. We want to make her look like a classy hooker, not a $5 hooker. So 45 minutes, I'll be back. Simply to wash, it's hard to get an angle on there. You just go over the sink, rinse with warm water, shampoo and condition. In this case, I'm just gonna rinse, towel blot, and then apply the base breaker over Aiden's hair. And I'll come back for the base breaker. No, you're good, because it can't protect you. All right, everyone, we are back and we are ready to rinse Aiden's hair of all this wonderful high lift dye. I just ran it through the ends for the last 3 minutes to kind of tone the ends a little bit, because they were a little brassy. And we're gonna further tone it with our amazing base breaker. And then what I do is when I get some water in there, I put some shampoo in there to kind of emulsify that color. And just turn.
Okay.
Yep.
Like that?
Up. Yep.
Like this? I don't know which way.
More like upside down.
Oh. In a way, I thought you wanted me on my side.
All right, and keep your eyes closed.
You got it.
And now I'm gonna give Aiden one light shampoo. And then we're gonna apply our base breaker. All right, and I'm gonna go apply our base breaker. All right, everyone, we are back, and I had shampooed Aiden, and as you can see, there's just a slight amount of warmth, but it's very cool tone, and that's also because it's partly dry. So now I'm gonna towel dry his hair pretty well, or pretty dry, just kind of blot it. And then with this base breaker, we're just gonna apply it with gloves on. Kind of just the same way you'd apply regular color, starting at the back and working your way in the front. And he's got a lot of hair, so I'm gonna be using half of this 8-ounce bottle of 20 volume developer. The base breakers can be mixed with 10 or 20, but with Aiden's, I want max lift because his hair is resistant. So I'm gonna go in with 2 ounces, because I'm gonna do 2 ounces in the back and then 2 ounces on the front. Putting on my gloves, obviously. So you know what, I'm just gonna do the full on 4 ounces so it's easier.
You're using all of it?
Yep.
Damn.
So this stuff, we smelled it before earlier and it has a smell to it. It does have violet leaf extract, so I don't know if that's part of it. And let's see, the color's kind of yellow. It has like this weird texture to it.
Ooh.
Ooh. There we go. And just shake it until it's nice and blended. And this base breaker stays on for about 10 minutes. It lifts one shade in 10 minutes, and that's pretty much all we need. So I'm just gonna start in the back. We have my other glove on.
Should I take the camera around here?
Yeah, if you want. Because we're gonna get to the front, so.
Oh, okay.
And I can just speed it up. Just tilt your head down a little bit. The base breaker comes in cool and neutral, but be in mind that the neutral lifts the hair to the nastier, warmer undertone. So for darker hair, that would be like a nastier, like orange-red. And for lighter blondes, it would be like a yellowish orange to yellow. Kind of like the outside of a banana. No one wants electric banana.
I'd be down for electric banana.
Oh my goodness. How does this feel?
It doesn't burn or anything.
Awesome.
Is it supposed to?
Nope. Might tingle a little bit, but not too bad. And the base bumpers, in theory, you can technically lift someone darker or lighter, but it would be very damaging and probably wouldn't work as well. So it would not be a good idea to do so.
Shit.
Because there's definitely ammonia in here. My thumb is the one that's kind of moving and just really rubbing this product in there, getting it nice and saturated. Let me just see if I can open this up and see if there's more to pour in here. Let me try to get just a little bit.
This one?
That one.
Yeah, that's something.
It's like a sticky consistency. I always think it's interesting because it's like yellow but it doesn't come out yellow. I think it's because it's got to oxidize.
Oh, like it'll set up to be purple or something in my hair?
Yep, like the base. Oh, I know a lot of Redken's toners and colors are like that. Has like a floral scent kind of.
Yeah, I'm trying to like figure out
I'm trying
what
to
the
picture
smell
what it is. They probably added like some very odd essential oil to it or something.
Yeah, I can't figure what that is at all. Figure out what that is.
It's like when it was mixed with the peroxide or something, maybe something to react. Because I know a lot of everything is by smell now. Like people assume that just because something smells bad, they think it's bad for them, which is sometimes the case, but not always. Like a lot of high lift colors, they smell like crap, but they're actually, if you don't need to use the bleach, why use it? And there was a funny video on YouTube that described that.
As time passes, I become more beautiful.
Literally, this stuff like pretty much lifts your hair like minute by minute. And Aiden can also use this, let's say, because I know I'm gonna get this question, could he use this before getting a high lift service? And the short answer is absolutely. If he was getting his hair done, he could most certainly use this before the high lift application, and that way, when he goes in for the high lift, his base is broken and we don't need to use one, or he can get like really, really light, but he is already super light, so anything past clear, if you're using bleach, the hair doesn't survive. Or with high lifts, it just turns like silvery. You can do a bass bumper on someone, a cool toned, who's kind of like a level 9, maybe make them a level 10 without using any high lift or anything, and you can totally save time doing that. That is definitely an option. You can use it for a lot of things. You can use it on highlights, just section the highlights off so you don't lighten the other hair. But they do this in the salon too to blend natural hair and highlights together. All right, and we are done applying. All right. 10 minutes this will stay on for, and I will rinse him and then we will blow dry him. All right, everyone, we can tilt it up like that too. All right. All right, everyone, we are back and Aiden is lighter than ever, and you're only gonna see how light it gets when I blow dry it. And there we have it. Aiden's hair is a ton lighter. No brass, no orange, no warmth. And I wish I had better lighting because the lighting here is crappy. But he's now a power blonde. How do you feel?
Wonderful. I feel 100% more beautiful.
Awesome, we did it. So, Aiden has a YouTube. What's your YouTube channel?
Oh, it's Skidsy. There's nothing serious put on it, but...
Anyways, I want you guys to like, comment, subscribe on his videos. He's an awesome person, a wonderful friend of mine, and an absolutely wonderful model for going blonde.
I love you, Vinny. Thank you.
Love you too, Aiden. We're silly, we're crazy. Alright, so like, comment, subscribe, questions right down below.
I guess that's it.
Over and out.